Hey friends, Kevin here from the Chord Progression Podcast, the gateway to new rock and metal music, the podcast that is inspiring young rock and metal fans to discover new music, connect, and find a place where they feel like they belong. So this is our third Friday update, and this one's going to be a little bit different because we're going to try something on this one. So just take a look first back at the week that was. We had Casey Cavaliere from the Wonder Years on the podcast, and you guys definitely need to go check that out if you haven't already. Again, links for all this stuff will be in the description of the podcast or this episode down below as well. He spits a lot of great information to younger artists about, and starting a band, being an artist, being a musician, just what it's like to be a musician and what you need to do to grow in today's day and age. And then to go to our Thursday episode, which featured Chad from the band For the Fallen Dreams. That one is also incredible as well, as Chad opens up about some of the moments that made him connect with certain musicians and how they want to create those moments, because those moments can have such a large impact on us in terms of just where we go in life and potentially even discovering, certain things that we want to go through, certain things we want to do in life, certain things around music we want to go after. I mean, his interaction with Jacoby from Papa Roach is fantastic. It's legendary. You should definitely go check it out. Link description again for the podcast. Jumping into next week, though, we got 2 crazy episodes on you and maybe a third. So here's where I'm going with this. The first episode we have with a band called Lucrecia. They're from the Bay Area in the United States, in California. And they are definitely much more a band that is concerned around, have that like kawaii, anime, Japanese culture influence to them, to their metalcore. But there is such an important thing you guys need to remember for that episode. You're going to want to go check it out because we talk about Super Smash Bros., but how they use Super Smash Bros., their love of anime, to bring the nerd community together to get them into music and get them into metalcore. It is absolutely phenomenal. And then we also have Rose-Colored World in the podcast, and I put in the title of that podcast, How to Steal Like an Artist, because Ray from Rose-Colored World references a book called How to Steal Like an Artist, and it's all about finding your influences and how all your influences from so many different places can come together to create your own unique style. So definitely go check that one out. The special one we might have, though, is because we were supposed to shoot it last week. It didn't happen. We're trying to shoot it this week. We'll see what happens. Might be one with Invent Animate. So get ready for that because that one might be absolutely nuts. I'll keep you guys posted on that one. But now we're going to try something a little bit different. And taking a look back at the most important thing that's going on in rock metal since the beginning of the year. And honestly, for me, if I look at the most important thing that's happened, it has been the emergence of Sleep Token. So we all know who Sleep Token is by now. At the beginning of the year, they maybe had, 200,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. As of this moment, I'm shooting this. I got to pull it up right now. I'm going to make sure I get this right because it would be bad if I didn't. See it. Let's find good old Sleep Token on Spotify. 2.1 million monthly listeners. They have increased their listenership tenfold through a bunch of different singles. I think about 5 or 6 they've released so far. Let me double check on that. 5 they've released so far off of their upcoming album, Take Me Back to Eden, which comes out on May 19th. And I'm going to be honest about this one. So is the emergence of Sleep Token phenomenal? Absolutely it is. Absolutely. There's no way around it that this is phenomenal, where people are getting into the band, people are getting into rock and metal through Sleep Token. They're going and growing tenfold. It is absolutely phenomenal. I can't say anything about it that's bad, because it's not bad. And the lore behind them too, the mask, everything with Vessel, it's fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, it's fantastic. But here's where I'm going with this. I've listened to the 5 singles because I was not in the Sleep Token at all. I didn't really listen to them at all before all this stuff started happening because, now I have to pay attention. And guys, I can't do it. I can't get into it. I cannot get into Sleep Token.
What did he say?
Is it something where I don't like them? No, I mean, I listened to one of their new songs called The Summoning. I want to make sure I get this right. And, I can definitely tell there's something there that's more for me, but I listen to Chokehold, Granite, Aqua Regia, and Vor, and I just am not getting it. I just don't understand. I just don't care for it. And I think I figured out the reason why, and a lot of it has to deal with the band's progressive style in terms of the progressive metal, progressive rock style, bringing some more of those indie influences in there as well. And this is nothing that has to do with, if your opinion on the band is you absolutely love Sleep Token, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. This is just me kind of like thinking, why can't I get in this band? And this is kind of where I'm coming from with this. They have much more of this progressive tone to them, this more progressive root to them. And the style of their music ends up having more of that flow behind it and ends up being a little bit smoother. And the instrumentals behind it are a little bit smoother, a little bit more flush, a little bit more flowing in between their things. And especially when it comes to metal and the style that I like, that's really not something I'm really getting into. And I listen to stuff like Granite and Chokehold, and it's just much, much, much lighter. It's much more progressive. It's something that, like, especially listening to Aqua Regia, I wrote down here, like, it has more of this indie progressive flow to it throughout the song. Sounds like something I should be smoking to or falling asleep to in a car. That's just the way that I felt with it. But then I listened to The Summoning, and it does have that progressive mix in there as well, which is very much in there. But why did I like The Summoning a little bit more? And why would I get into that more? And I thought it was because it was heavier. The instrumentals were more raw. They were more rough. They were more just natural in the presentation through the mix. And they shine more through there. So it has a little more of that rougher potential metalcore influence in there. That's something that's definitely more for me. So I'm not bashing the band. This is me thinking out loud, like, why can I not get into Sleep Token like the rest of the world has? Why is it difficult for me to get into? Now, I'm going to extend this to you guys. I'm going to extend this to you, the listeners, and the viewers on YouTube as well. And I want you to put in the comments, I want you to put in the comments why you like Sleep Token. I want to understand what it is about Sleep Token that you like, and why, why overall is this a good thing that Sleep Token is emerging? Because I agree that Sleep Token emerging is a fantastic thing for rock and metal. I love seeing how many people are getting into it. And even though I'm not the biggest fan of Tik Tok, I love the fact that their music is making the rounds on there, similar to like what Catch Your Breath did with Dial Tone, similar to what Bad Omens did with Just Pretend, because it is putting the rock and metal back on a platform, a prominent platform, where culture is being driven and young people are discovering music. I think I had a friend say that, Sleep Tokens, like, the music they're making right now is perfect for those, like, thirst trap videos on TikTok. And I laughed when I first heard that. That was funny. But again, I listen to the music. I know the quality is there. I know the time and the effort is there. I know the production. I know everything is there. For me, I just can't get into it. I just can't. It's just struggling to me. So that's why I want you to put in the comments why you like Sleep Token, why you can get into it, and especially in that progressive style, why it hits you in a certain way. Because maybe if you're going to put it in the comments, maybe there's going to be something for me to look at and say, okay, now I see where you're coming from. I'm getting a little, that epiphany moment, that aha moment. And that's going to be where it comes from. So I want you to do that again. Go to the comments, put why you like Sleep Token, put why it hits you in that certain way. And then also, when it comes to their emergence, especially on TikTok, is this a good thing for rock and metal? I think it is. I'm 100% behind it. I'm 100% behind their growth. I want to know what you guys think. So that's going to be it for me on this one, guys. Thank you for watching this update. Again, we got some great episodes coming out next week. Lucrecia, Rose-Colored World, and, of course, potentially Invent Animate. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, whether you're on YouTube, Spotify Podcast, iHeart Radio, Amazon, and support the podcast. Thank you very much, guys. I'm out.